Hello, my name is Demetrius. Welcome to the first video series dedicated to Mythic RPG. We go chapter to chapter and I will explain what Mythic can do for you. I'm making this video to give Mythic a better spotlight. I would like for Mythic to spread further past the Yahoo Group's page. This video has two purposes. One, to educate veteran-only GME users of the Mythic engine. Two, to educate new users on what you can do with the Mythic engine and GME. What is Mythic? Well, Mythic is created by Tana Pigeon and published by World Mill Publishing. Mythic is a tabletop role-playing game, commonly known as just a tabletop RPG. Mythic itself is a universal improvisational role-playing game, or in layman's terms, rules light and story-driven. Mythic is universal in the fact that you can play science fiction, fantasy, superhero, even romance. Mythic allows for you to import your favorite elements from other games to create your own worlds. And the best part, that world will continue to grow and evolve throughout gameplay. If this sounds like I'm hinting at you being able to create your own game, then that's exactly what I'm saying. This means that you have both the head of the player or the GM or both. You and your group make your desired game from the ground up. Mythic serves as a bare-bones template for you to shape. But before I explain what you can do with Mythic's tools, let me explain what these tools are. I've stated that it's improvisational. It's improvisational in the fact that normally people have a DM or a GM that provides everything for them beforehand. Whether this is freshly made or they grabbed a module. Improvisation in Mythic means that you can start an adventure with no details. Mythic's mechanics allows for this to happen smoothly. And this brings me to the term adventure. This refers to a complete, played out storyline of either quest or mission from beginning to end. Adventures are designed to feel like a movie or a book. An adventure can be completed in 1 to 2 play sessions, possibly lasting from 2 to 4 or more hours. Your GM or your game master is the narrator of your story. They create the details of your world, describe the scenes, tell what is happening, and decide the outcome of the character's actions. In a lot of cases, you will find that having a set GM is not needed. The emulator or the game master emulator, as I've very briefly hinted at, the GME, can take the place of a real live GM. This will be covered more in depth in a later video series. So what terms of Mythic applies to you and your character? You are known as a player, and your persona is the player character, commonly known as your PC. You can play your persona's personality close to heart, or you can be the complete opposite. You may play anyone you wish. Statistics are used to describe what your character can and can't do. Attributes describe your character's basic innate abilities. These particular statistics can be used to describe the outcome of some task and help in the development of skills and abilities. Strengths and weaknesses. Strengths and weaknesses describe what bonuses and penalties the PCs have when performing certain tasks. They conceptually are the same as feats from D20. It is very possible for a feat to give both a bonus and a penalty. An example of a feat having both a strength and a weakness would be the trigger discipline. Trigger discipline gives a -2 rank shift to attack rolls with guns and energy weapons, but a +2 to damage rolls. Detail is a catchword for statistic attribute or the ability of a character or item within the Mythic universe. Reflex is a detail for a character. Material strength is a detail for a window. Hacking is needed for breaking through a computer firewall. Every detail in Mythic has a corresponding rank. A rank is a description of the potency ranging from weak to strong. Strong has a very high upwards, going from superhuman 1 to infinite, and weak can drop down to minuscule, and then minuscule plus 2, and so on. The higher the rank, the more potent the detail. A character with a high ranking strength of detail is very strong. For instance, a task with a low rank difficulty is easy to accomplish. Sorry, so you can better see ranks. Non-player characters, known as NPCs, are characters that are simulated, not directly controlled by the players. Their character sheets are of similar structure to a PC's. The umbrella of the NPCs covers the supporting cast and the bad guys. If you are playing Mythic with the GM will control the NPC's actions. If you are playing without a GM, the players and Mythic will will determine what the NPCs do. Mythic uses 10-sided dice known as D10s. They can be copped at any game store that sells a tabletop role-playing game. Generally, you'll be asked to roll 1d100 or just simply 2d10s. One die acts as the 10 digits. One die acts as the tens digit, and the other as the ones, resulting in the numbers from 1 to 100. Double zeros is 0, 100. A different colored die could help you tell them apart. So far, you might still have just the question, how is Mythic different from other RPGs? Majority of existing RPGs operate under a game master, a GM. Most GMs go under a great deal of preparation for their game session. A Mythic session can run with or without preparation from the GM. Mythic adventures are meant to be played off the cuff with preparations of a few minutes of brainstorming initial adventure setup. That setup could literally just be you or you and your group walk into a bar. Mythic can be played without a live GM. These same mechanics allow for a group of players to play without a live GM. There is more on this in Chapter 1's video. As Tana Pigeon wrote, I just wanted to give you a heads up. So that concludes this video. Thank you everyone for joining me for Mythic's first video. This is the Mythic introduction video for the series. My name is Demetrius. Thank you. Bye.